Guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. Good bit to dive into and discuss in today's video. Oversight Pro Series finals are now out. Some drama coming out from that scene as well regarding some of the drop spots. Alliance not happy with the decision that was made by the tournament organizer, and of course ImperialHal and co had something to say about that. Also, Monsoon not happy with one of the ALGS partnership decision that was just recently made. Gnaske's got some updated news about his roster, and we've also got some news and some sad news I would mention when it comes to the VODs of this upcoming playoff. So interested to see what you guys have to say about all the topics here in today's video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all things going on inside the world of Apex Legends esports, and let's dive into it. Firstly, wanted to make mention coming from the Oversight Pro Series. This was honestly the big kaboom, the big thing we've been waiting for to end off this split 2 for their Pro Series. It was Aurora with the first place. I'm very excited about this one because, of course, as we approach LAN, this is the team that's probably got the biggest chip on their shoulder, right? They break records inside of the EMEA region. They get like the most points I think we've ever seen from Pro League in general, and then you wonder, are they going to convert that into a world championship? Are they going to convert that on the global stage? Are they going to be able to do good at champs? Are they going to do good at split 1 or split 2 playoffs? How consistent is this team going to be with this roster? Honestly, I love the storyline. I love what they're able to do, and I love how consistent they've been able to stay. So Aurora did get first place, right? $4,500. Dark Zero in second, no surprise there. Fnatic in third, DSG in fourth, Legends Gaming in fifth, Made in Heaven in sixth. Now the overall leaderboards were, as so. You had 2 Rats, 1 Controller in seventh, Navi in eighth, BR Demons in ninth, Legacy in 10th, Oxygen in 11th, Boogie Borders in 12th, Furia in 13th, SSG in 14th, LG in 15th, TSM all the way down in 16th, Cloud9 in 17th, Reject Winity in 18th, Alliance in 19th, and there's some drama there, and then Not Moist in dead last. So what's the drama? What's going on? Well, if you haven't seen it already, it started off with basically Hakis came out to say competitive integrity is completely out of the window when a new team gets added 1 hour before the tournament starts, shaking up every single drop spot in the entire lobby. It clearly shows in the quality of the games today as well. I'm angry, but it is what it is. We take it as practice and take it to LAN, I guess. Hopefully all tournament organizers learn from this and adapt from the future if they care about the quality of gameplay. So what actually happened? Well, if you're not familiar, there are an infamous couple of contests in this game, and I would have to say one of them is the long-going Alliance and DSG, or honestly Design and the Dojo versus Alliance. And so these guys have been contesting, especially at Thermal Station, for quite some time, but honestly just all around. So someone actually explained what happened. They had asked, what did I miss? And PV came out to say E8 basically were supposed to be playing in this. They realized they had a flight 30 minutes after finals, so they couldn't play in the Oversight finals. So they told Minus Tempo that like an hour before finals. So Minus had the last minute decision, we're going to put DSG in the tournament. DSG took both of Alliance's POIs, and now Alliance is contesting on both maps. And if you go back to the overall scoreboard, you can see Alliance did not fare well. This guy's fared pretty well, would say. So, obviously those contests were one-sided. Then you had ImperialHal come out to say, well, to be fair, and of course, Hal's associated with Tempo and Hal's associated with Oversight just in general because of that. And so, there's going to be sides being played. Hal comes to say, to be fair, even if you knew a day in advance, it wouldn't have really changed anything, right? You guys are also primarily playing just to get into finals when it comes to POIs, just to quickly or possibly pick a team to grief in finals since you don't have a set POI to land at because of avoiding contests. There's a world where both of us, you and DSG, make finals, then same results still happen. Hakis obviously wasn't having that. Bro, we literally got 4th last Oversight finals, playing from Sino and Dome. This time, literally nothing was open because we got screwed last minute. Are we just having memory loss, or what's going on here? We would have flexed this time, especially, or, if we had the correct information beforehand. How asked, what are you talking about, this correct information? But obviously, I understand the frustrations. At the end of the day, it isn't, ALGS, right? It's Oversight. It's serious, but it's not as serious. You take it, you move on and land. And of course, maybe we'll have some different decision making going on into the Oversight finals in the future and how this stuff was ran. Also wanted to mention some drama coming out from Monsoon, obviously from Complexity. This was an interesting one. You see FaZe, right? You're worried about where's the future of FaZe. They're not signing Team Legacy, right? We know Legacy's now going to Liquid. Optic Gaming is leaving the Apex scene, so it's like, well, what's going on there? Is FaZe going to do something weird that's going to shock us all? Regardless, you have teams that are no longer having organizations that are leaving the partnership program that Apex Legends had started and was supposed to be the big hype factor for the ALGS, right? And now Complexity, other organizations. I know Oxygen, esports was trying to get involved in it at one point. So all these other orgs, they want to get involved, right? You got teams leaving, and in general, you're invested into the scene. You feel like you deserve a spot. It makes total sense. Well, Monsoona came out and said it's crazy that Complexity gets denied an ALGS partnership slot despite being one of the most loyal orgs to the game, while partnered orgs leave the game, like Optic Gaming, of course. And the instance their team doesn't do good, they're leaving as they wanted them to. Orgs don't leave if there's more partnership incentives, but also it's such a waste when your privileged partnership spot, 1 out of 12, bails entirely, leaving more committed invested orgs unsupported, especially since the ecosystem of Apex has evolved greatly and assets like coaches and analysts are incredibly important to the success of teams at any international level. Obviously, it sounds like Complexity has once again tried to get involved and they were shut down. And I just don't understand, man. Like, I thought the idea was that you're going to extend this program anyways. Like, even if it's not just to replace Optic, just in general, I thought we were expanding. We're going to go larger than 12 teams eventually and get more teams involved. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but unfortunate news coming out of Monsoon just last night. Now, some more fortunate news coming out from Gnaske. He had actually posted, and I put this in the pinned comment in yesterday's video if you guys missed it, but admins had just confirmed that he will be under no circumstances be playing as a solo at LAN, and worst comes to worst, they'll book last minute flights for 2 emergency subs. That will be Zane and that will be Noct. Of course, Zane and Gnaske have some experience in the past. Noct obviously just recently playing with Optic Gaming. This team, honestly, I know they haven't played together. I know they're not a real team like that, but obviously this would be fun. This would be interesting. You got a North American player playing with the EMEA roster. I love this idea, and I really would love to see it. I feel like they honestly could do pretty solid just in general. But basically, you had Nags made positive progress with his visa so far, so realistically he'll be there. And you did see where he said his USA visa finally got approved. It was time for him and Amphi to get involved, and then Amphi's still uncertain, but worst case scenario, he'll be able to play from May the 3rd through May the 5th. So he got his visa, but he's still waiting for his passport to get updated with that visa. So that's the last minute decision going on there. But worst come to worst, you're not going to have Gnaske playing as a solo. That would just be so cringe. And I like that the admin said, hey, under no circumstances is that going to happen. And also, I like how they've made exceptions, right, for rosters to change, rosters to update, with some things going on, especially, the Furia roster as well. So I like that. I know it's untraditional. I know there's, other rules involved, but I really liked for a team to bring their best shot at a tournament. Now, unfortunately, we do have some sad news, honestly, some really not so good news, especially for ALGS content. So Tim Pearson, one of the guys that is very relied upon, especially you would see AJ Hawk. I don't know why I said AJ Hawk, but Jayhawk, you guys know Jayhawk, obviously. He had posted, look, this guy got denied of his media credentials for the playoffs. The dilemma is now real. Cancel my trip to do VODs or go, and no VODs. And so Tim Pearson is the guy that gets all these VODs. He uploads all these VODs, and then Jayhawk, Jumba, all these other guys make content out of those VODs, right? It's nice to be able to go back and watch these games, get those comms, whatever the case may be, get those player perspectives. This is the guy that's been doing that since, one of the last channels that did it had basically parted ways with it. So this guy stepped up to the plate. He did it. He filled a niche, and now it's there. Sadly, he got denied for his media credentials and he can't get those VODs. Jayhawk posted, someone in the ALGS scene, please help Tim get a media pass. 95% of my content relies on channels like this. So players not being able to stream this means LAN content is impossible without these VODs. Think of all the weeks of streams of pros, coaches doing VOD reviews after LAN as well. Now, there was a comment on one of these posts on Reddit actually saying, look, Faceit had actually made a tweet or a survey a couple of weeks ago asking questions about archiving VODs. Maybe they're thinking about doing something. And I think Faceit also now has the command center thing. And I don't know. I've heard a lot of bad things about it. It just wasn't going as good. So really interested to see what happens here. Really unfortunate that this situation happened. And of course, this could put a little bit of a halt to a lot of ALGS content that did exist. Lastly, as we wrap the video up, I want to let you guys know that Voddery from the Oversleepers has posted looking for a team for the rest of year 4. Love VOD, but this guy has been all over the place over the last couple of weeks, it seems. Very interested to see what happens for the young lad in the upcoming season. Very interested to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below about all the topics mentioned in today's video. Of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all things going on inside the world of ALGS. And until the next time, we will see you all later, Gators.